because you're holding me back. You're like this this thing, like it's tied to my leg, like this dragging thing, like it's on a chain. I'm being dragged like this.
Let's wait.
Yes,
Wait.
thank
Yeah.
you.
What's happening, guys? Supernova here, back with another video. Before last generation started, Xbox had lost me. During the Xbox One reveal, they spent the entire time talking about how the Xbox can control your TV and a bunch of other stuff that had nothing to do with games. Because of that, I didn't pick up an Xbox One at launch. This would mark the first time in my life that I did not get an Xbox console day one. When I eventually bought one years later because I wanted to play Forza Horizon 3, I found little else in terms of exclusives to keep me playing on it. It didn't help that Microsoft clearly gave up this gen, instead looking to make the best of a fresh start next gen. With all that said, when talking about the next generation, Microsoft is saying and doing all the right things. Investing in new studios to expand their exclusive games portfolio, an area where they really lagged behind Sony, awesome. While it's overly simplistic and not very creative, I really do like the design of the Series X. The specs rock too. Custom Zen 2 CPU? Yes. RDNA 2 GPU with 12 teraflops? Yes. Fast SSD? Yes. Variable rate shading? Yes. Velocity architecture? Yes. I love everything they're doing. Except for one thing. No first-party exclusives for 2 years. What? I don't understand this decision. If the goal is to sell consoles, well, they just told you that if you have a PC or an Xbox One, you don't have to do anything for another 2 years. I fail to see how this advances the goal of selling the new box when Microsoft is saying you don't need it for another 2 years. Coming holiday 2020, introducing the world's most powerful console, the Xbox Series X. Oh my god, that's fucking awesome. How much is it? Do you have an Xbox One? Yeah? Then you're good, kid. Can someone explain to me how that makes any sense? Worse yet, Microsoft is going into war with Sony for dominance in the next generation. By doing this, Microsoft is severely impacting its ability to effectively wage war by forcing all games in the first 2 years to be able to run on the base Xbox One. Microsoft is going to be touting the 12 teraflops of the Series X, while forcing it to play games dumbed down to work with only 1.3 teraflops and a physical hard drive. I don't care how quote-unquote enhanced the titles will be running on Series X. PS5 is going to have exclusive games made to get as much as possible out of its SSD and 10.28 teraflops without having to make any concessions for last-gen hardware. There is a very good chance that for the first 2 years, even though Series X is more powerful, PlayStation will have more graphically impressive games with more impressive worlds. Why would Microsoft take this risk? One of the biggest complaints made about the Xbox One X is that it has all this extra power, but what is it doing with it? They should straight be dropping the hammer and flexing, so that shit stops immediately the second this next gen starts. I hate these dumb excuses I hear from the fanboys. Forcing people to upgrade is anti-consumer, bro. First of all, who's forcing anyone to do anything? There are going to be plenty of cross-gen titles to appease those who don't wish to upgrade yet. In my opinion, when I put down 100% of the money for a next-generation console, I expect 100% next-gen experiences, and not giving me those, in my opinion, that's anti-consumer. Now, technically, Sony hasn't announced any games yet, so maybe they won't have any exclusives at launch, and this won't matter. My point is, why take that chance? The jump from Xbox One to Series X is much larger than the jump from 360 to Xbox One. I think it's fair to leave the last generation behind when making a true generational leap. Am I crazy for thinking this? Like I said, so far Microsoft is doing everything right, and they're definitely winning the marketing war with Sony being so hush-hush right now. Even with their silence, though, there's still more hype around the PS5. It's already going to be an uphill battle for Microsoft to regain the market share lost this generation. We all know no matter what it looks like, the PS5 console reveal is going to break the fucking internet. Look at what just this logo and controller did. All I'm saying is, why start the next fight with an arm tied behind your back? And that's the video, guys. Let me know what you think. Is making games exclusive to Series X anti-consumer? Or do you think upgrading means you're entitled to an upgrade experience? Let me know in the comments, and as always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next Supernova.